Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the program. It is a day, it is a fine, bright, yet mellowy Sunday. We'll get all excited, but not too excited. Let's just ease into the day and embrace what is awaiting us. And what that might be, we don't know. So let's look towards the day with optimism and boyish curiosity. As you can tell, I'm at that stage once again where I look like Grandpa Munster because the sides are growing out. They were about perfect length. And then due to my own negligence, when I got my hair cut, they were shorn. It's like a sheep. I was like a poor, sad sheep, and they were shorn. And I had to start all over again. So I don't know how long it feels like since yesterday. Like it just got to this stage of my hair today. So let's see how long it takes before I'm not insecure about it again. Also, posted a picture yesterday in the car, fun car picture. You could see the gray on the side of my head. Not a big deal. It's a picture of my head. And some guy commented on it. You ever have like the nice supportive comment that makes you insecure? He just wrote, "Hey, man, I have gray hair too. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. I've learned to accept it." I was like, I didn't say anything about it. I appreciate that you're coming from a good place. This is not helping at all. Hey, man, I know this is grotesque and horrible and generally ridiculed by the public, but I have it too, so it's okay. So, look, I appreciate the guy, whoever he was. I think I even liked the comment in a show of support. Nevertheless, oh yeah, and the underwear today are quite exciting. Hello to everyone on Spaces. Obviously, YouTube is audio-visual. Spaces is only audio. However, I'm wearing underwear that needs your nose because they are Scratch and Sniff underwear from American Eagle. So you can see here they have strawberries on them. They're a hip, hot little number. I've been scratching them all morning. They were a gift to me by SM. She gave them to me last week for my birthday. I've been scratching them the whole time. Trying to sniff. I'm not really getting anything. Maybe later I'll have to throw my legs over my head and get a good whiff. This is the box. It says Scratch and Sniff. It's a regular length, which of course is a little too long for me. Scratch and Sniff boxer brief, strawberry. Nice, fresh underwear straw, and doesn't say, there's nothing written here about the tech. It says go ahead, take. Oh, the inside of the box smells faintly like, remember those stickers when you were a kid? They were like Scratch and Sniff stickers. They would be orange, or grape was very popular, and it smells like that. I wouldn't say it smells like strawberries, but of course strawberries never smelled like the strawberry stickers either. All those things we're such an approximation of what we think things smell like, and it absolutely was not. They would have like a fruit punch thing, sometimes apple, which never really smelled like an apple, just smelled like other fake apple things. That is the simulacra we're living in. Look it up, kids. Let's talk to people. Spot Center said, "I'm here to prevent anyone from saying first." Does RJ does not like that? Yeah, I don't like that. And you were first, but unofficially because you didn't say it. Nell said, "Damn it, I came here to say first, but Spot Center foiled my dastardly plan." See, well done, Spot Center, in first blocking. You got to first block people. Get to it the second, put notifications on YouTube. And the second I'm about to post a video, just write, "Good morning, everyone. How are you?" And that way the person who wanted to write first is not first, so they can't write it. This is genius. Mia Simmons said, "I'm finally awake to speak to you this morning. Those Scratch and Sniff underwear are cute. Thank you. It sounds erotic, but it's really not. The idea that you have to scratch this area, I think, kills the eroticness. And maybe it's an area you don't want to sniff. You know, maybe it's an area you just want to breathe through your mouth when you're around and do your business." Ty said, "Good morning, RJ. You look extra chipper this morning." And your thumbnail. Oh, yeah, my thumbnail, I was just smiling. Sometimes I run out of I go through a cycle of poses. And then it hit my smiling cycle today. How are you feeling? I guess I'm chipper. I was tired. I've been drinking a lot of water, and I woke up at 4 a.m. like an old man to go pee. But it was good. It was good. You know when you're like fully asleep but also awake? Like not sleepwalking, but like I know how to pee in my sleep. It was very fun. Sean said, hey, yo, culties. Hi, RJ. Good day to you. Susie or Sussy, depending on what you're in the mood for, said, good morning. Hope you all have a nice Sunday. Oh, God, there's so much shit going on. I got to get through this quick. Andrea Hangst or Hungst is here, and hi to you back also. Daniel said, good job on the Family Feud and whatnot. I don't know what you're talking about. I just got to get on a show today. Maybe Card Sharks or Sale of the Century, something. Aaron said, good morning. Brent said, good morning. RJ Kang. Nail said, good morning. All. Daniel said, what do you got against Grandpa Munster? Nothing. I think the wonderful Al Lewis should wear his hair however he wants. However, that's not how I wanted to wear my hair. Okay, Gamer is here. And she said, well, hi. And I say, well, hi to you. And the various Italian dogs roaming around your house. Positively E said, hi, gray-haired RJ. This has been this way for 5 years now. It's not a new thing. Nail said, I knew you would think about that comment too much. Damn it. I love people who know me. See, even Jade, who hosts the wonderful podcast, See You Next Tuesday, which I think is a grotesque and graphic title. But nevertheless, she had my dear friend Rico Montana on twice. Please go listen to both those episodes. And there's other episodes, I'm sure, of people talking about things. But those two episodes in particular. She said, I like gray hair RJ. I didn't dye it. This is not Halloween. That just means you like me. Been this way for a number of years. Val said, my gray hair is why I dye my hair blue. And that's why you get the discount when you show up early for breakfast. SM is here. Chris is here. Andrea is here saying hi to people who are already here. Daniel said, no dye for me. I grow old gracefully. Some hair dye that is black is just not. You know what I mean? Similarly, the way strawberry underwear does not smell like real strawberry. The black you dye your hair is just an approximation of what we think black is, chemically speaking. SM said, only the white patch on the thigh is scratch and sniff. No wonder I can't smell this shit. Oh my God, look, there's a strawberry here. And that totally Oh, that smells like strawberry. So there's this patch, there's a smell patch on the thigh. Oh, wow. This whole, And I was scratching the dead zones before this, the no areas. Oh my God. Although I will say, like, you know, put it by my balls, put it by my ass. I don't think I have a leg smell problem. Jesus. SM said it's like a little strawberry mascot. Yes, it is. There's a little guy saying, hey, smell me. I can't say it. So Sierra is here and said good morning. I finally figured it out. Who I talked to last week. Austin said, good morning, great people of YouTube, which is just a lie. Debhausen said, good morning. Daniel said, some air fresheners for cars still have scratch and sniff stickers on the package so you can see if you like it or not, which I love. I also feel like if you go to a store, like, you know, like a health food store where you get the shit out of the bins, you know what I mean? They have nuts and seeds, and then they'll have chocolate and chocolate-covered almonds. You should be able to have a handful while you walk around the store. I think if I open a bulk food store, that's the policy I'm instituting. Liz said, I stopped dyeing my hair about 1.5 years ago, just embracing it, and I throw lemon juice on it in the summer, so now it's several shades of color, including the gray. So you went more color. You're like, how dare you turn one color? I'm going to make you turn all the colors. That is an act of beautiful defiance. Brandon said, my hair went gray when I was 17, and I always wondered why, so I did a 23... So I did a 23andMe DNA thing, and it came back 100% Australian cattle dog. Your father was a minx. Spot Center said, my pregame for today was watching me and David. Oh, yeah, and our match from our first tag match from Warrior Wrestling. David did a lot of the work, including that crossbody off the corner. Nice catch. That match had a lot of non-wrestlers in it. Brent said, RJ, I got to know, are we ever going to get another great moments in wrestling cartoon. It's been talked about. I don't know. Soulless Animation does some wonderful work, and they do it in their spare time, unless someone wants to pay for it, which would be amazing. There's another one written, so I think it could be done. I think a large, giant wrestling company with a streaming service should probably buy them, to be honest with you. Gretchen said, longtime viewer, first-time commenter. Duluth, you're on. Morning, RJ and all. That's your first comment? Andrea said, scratch? No, sniff. Sometimes I like scratching. I scratch my underwear regardless of what it smells like. Daniel said, sleep peas. Dion said, Troop Beverly Hills. What a thrill. I would suggest that movie for a trailer review. It's on my list, Dion. Thank you. Positively E said, I know how to pee in my sleep. Don't we all? No, I'm special and magic. Andrea said, my husband just brought me coffee in his underwear. You see how I'm bringing people together? You see how I'm the link? You see how I help people fall in love? And I sang for their wedding. I didn't sing at their wedding, but I sang for their wedding. Rachel Pixie said, I have no idea. I'm probably so gray, but I have it dyed red. I can't face age well. That's like wearing a hat for years and not knowing what your real hair looked like. That is fascinating. Andrea told her husband to get more sugar. She's ordering him around from her bed. And I assume you're just pointing to go. Be gone with you. MJ Fury said, how did you get in the AWA and how can we get in? Send me a VHS and I'll pass it along to Vern. No guarantees, but I would start doing the squats now. Nail said, Jade's podcast is on all the podcast places and YouTube if you prefer. I'm a big fan. Well, you got the Nails endorsement. Jasmine said, good morning. Happy Sunday. Glad I can tune in. Scratching the underwear may not be sexy, but would kneading still elicit the strawberry scent? Maybe if I rubbed it. That's a good idea. It should be knead and sniff. Spot Center said, when you're all gray, you'll have a Jimmy the Boogie Woogie Man Valiant look. Yeah, but I think he also smoked, so it was that yellow. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like white, but yellow, like a yellowed paper. Heels and Quad said, good morning. If you go on Match Game, should we expect you in a neckerchief? Yes, and I will have a pipe with me, and I will demand to sit next to my dear friend, Mario Cantone. Jade said, it looked like you covered your grays on the feud. I'm very happy to see it here. I didn't. It was just short. This area is short, and when it's short, you can't really see it that much. Also, the lighting. I feel like you don't often see it. Like when I was in the ring, pictures from when I was in the ring, you don't really notice it. But here you do, and I'm lit thusly, because you know how well lit wrestling shows are. SM is dying. Positively E said, most hair dye is too black. See Anthony Anderson's and Teddy Long's beards, or Steven Seagal. Oh my God. It just looked like somebody took a Sharpie and they're like, all over his face. Mia said, scratching the dead spot problems. I got to scratch everywhere. So now I can't say your name. Sierra, it's so hard. I have to unlearn. Yeah, you got it right. Gold star for you. Thank you. Queen of the Ring is here. Good morning, friends. French press is finally here. Well, I urge you to press. Maybe you press with me. I'll be pressing soon. And that way it's like a video tutorial. Neil said, morning, Queen. Enjoyed you on Wrestle Talk this week. Look at everybody patting each other on the back here. Andrew said, I'm going gray. And yes, lemon juice and weird choices. I support it. I think that's fun. But doesn't it sting? Positively, he said, Steve Martin has wonderful silver hair. It's white. There's like an albino, there's a real whiteness to it. It never used to be. If you see, like, you have to go way far back to see, like, young Steve Martin. It was black. Mia said, my hair is purple. I was born with a gray, bold patch thanks to my parents. Did they both have it? And they're like, you're one of us now. Chris said, I got gray hairs in my beard when I was 22. I'll never have that problem because I'll never have a beard. Daniel said, Steve Martin's hair has been that way most of his life. Even when he was young, you have to go like really, really far back. Neil said, is Jade in Twitter Spaces too? No. There's a bunch of people over here. So Sierra is here. Val, Nails, Steven, Mia is here. Hello, Jay. I can't see everyone because the names are small. Jay's a Twitter space. Isn't this the place to be? It's a simulcast. Queen said, I found a gray hair yesterday. I'm very excited for my new salt and pepper look when I turn 30 next year. Do it. Wasn't a big deal. Nash did it and everybody loved it. And so did Chef Bridges. Just those two. Nail said, Jade's, he's on. Oh, and she's explaining. I'm not going to explain her explanation. Brandon said, it's a white. Okay. Red Dog said, good morning, RJ Undies. That's not my name. Brett said, I think if you start needing your underwear, your channel might get shut down. I've had enough problems. I love when they were holding this for review and it'll be the weirdest shit. And they never maintain their withholding of the monetization. They always go, oh, I guess this is fine. MJ said, when I watched TMZ with you and David and you slapped him, I was like, I thought you guys were friends. Well, that was from a couple years ago when we were not friends, nor we were more like business partners if there was a business. I suggest you look at these things chronologically. Brandon said, how was your birthday? How was my birthday? I don't really. No, it was nice. I did everything I wanted to do, but I didn't do it up. You know what I mean? I just did the things I normally enjoy doing. It made me happy. SM said, it looks so wrong that he keeps rubbing down below and sniffing. I'm not going to just give me a second. It's delightful. These underwear are bad for public use. Brent said, I just want to see who did the lighting. Nail said, speaking of Steve Martin, I saw a trailer for a TV show with Martin Short and Selena Gomez. It's a whodunit. How canceled is he? Can we watch or no? I made amends. I did try to cancel Steve Martin. I got a little carried away. I tried to cancel him, and it didn't take. I just hashtag cancel Steve Martin, and didn't really catch on. However, Kayla Braxton, SmackDown correspondent and host of WWE's Le Boomp, the wonderful French wrestling program, she was writing on her Instagram. She just put a smiley face or something. And I wrote, how long did you think of a caption before you just gave up? And she said, actually, the caption I wanted to put is too inappropriate. So text me and I'll send it to you. So I texted her and she said the meanest things about Steve Martin, like beyond canceling, where it just made me go, what did Steve Martin do to you? What do you have against this guy? He made wonderful films, Saturday Night Live, so many wonderful guest host moments. And now you're just taking a shot at this guy, a low blow, quite frankly. And I was shocked that it was about Steve. And I was shocked that it came from her because I did not think she was capable of such vitriol for Steve Martin. Derek said, was Joe Manganiello as hot in person as he seems or nah? Drew is attractive. Jack Hay, I had a crush on for a number of years. Joe's not really on my list. He's not an ugly person. Nail said, we did this already. We just did this. Nail said, Rob just told me it's only murders. Oh, the name of the thing is it's only murders in the building, and it's set in a New York apartment block. Well, that sounds fun. SM said, where's David? I want him to tell us about wrestling as Bob Ross. He did not wrestle as Bob Ross. Made an appearance as Rob Boss, the disgraced painter. Rob Boss. Gretchen said, any talk of another episode of Grigio, guys? No, but, there's now a 30-minute vlog on Dalton's Planet Peacock channel about our Family Feud experience, so I think that should kind of count. Spot Center said, what was the smallest venue you've performed in with fans? I attended a show in a back room of a video store where walls prevented rope running left to right. 32 paid. Sanjay Dutt versus G Raver, Maine. Tweet Sanjay and ask me if he remembers that. I wrestled in an abandoned church. In terms of the smallest venue, one was, I believe, in Kitchener, Ontario, and it was, honest to God, a living room apartment where for some reason they thought we could have wrestling, and the back row was a couch, and there was maybe 20 people. It was a training center thing, and it was a place for them to put this really low ring, and I wrestled there a couple times, but it was just straight up a living room. The other one was in Hamilton. It was upstairs, and I believe the name of it was Boomers. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone from Hamilton. But a tiny, tiny, tiny bar. Low ring. I think it was the same ring. I think it was the same people. And one side was no fans. It was a mirror. So not only could you couldn't hit the ropes on that side because it was so close, but also it would frighten you because you think someone's behind you. It's like, it's very distracting. You want to focus on things happening in the ring. And a giant wall mirror, somewhat disturbing. Queen said Steve Martin is daddy. Not according to Kayla. She must have daddy issues. If Steve Martin is daddy. Nell said David's Rob Boss outfit was amazing. Is it streamable anywhere? What the fuck do I look like, Nell? Did I run the show? Did I direct it? Poe Girl said, are reading glasses next to us? I have them. I just don't have any lenses. Hold on. Rachel Pixie sent a wonderful, just a tribute of nothing. So thank you. And God bless you. Queen said, what's next for RJ? Hollywood Squares? It should be. I think it would be a good center square. I would love to get on Card Sharks. All of it higher. I loved that show. And a great song. I think the beginning was like really aggressive clapping beat. MJF Fury said RJ should answer DMs on Instagram for more fan-based things like for fan mail. I don't think so. I think I answered enough DMs. Positively, E said Selena Gomez is enough to not watch that show. Dear Lord. Mia said we need to tweet for you to be on next game. Yeah, that's how it works. Daniel said Steve Martin's best movie is The Jerk. Fight me over it. I guess we can't count. Well, I like The Three Amigos better personally as a film. Blue Meanie is here. Good morning to you, Mr. Meanie. Brenda is here. Hey, RJ, what's your favorite colored underwear? I like a black. I like a simple black. Just this is me. I like the cut. If it's a good cut, it can be anything. Mint, I don't think is durable to wear, you know? SM said, we have a request. A dramatic reading of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood song thing, please. All right. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood. It's a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. If we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please, please, won't you be, please, won't you be my neighbor? And scene. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. Good pick, SM. Brava. An abandoned church. Oh, I missed this. An abandoned church must be a tough venue when God can't even sell it out. That's what, well, Brett, what happened is it was a place outside of Hamilton, and WWE was running a show in Hamilton at the exact same time. And the promoter said, I will not be deterred. And he was nearly deterred. Brandon said, yeah, RJ actually told me to research Steve Martin's stand-up. We were about 16. I ended up reading Martin's novels, Born Standing Up. It's a fantastic, I guess it's an autobiography. Liz said, Club 77 in Hamilton had wrestling at one point. I don't think Boomers had an upstairs. Okay. If I saw it, I would remember it. But I feel like the logo was a bomb. So I want to go back to saying it was Boomers. Maybe it was like Boomers North or Boomers Up. It was a piece of shit. Val said, Nails, people are saying the Cuban Club, where the collective was in Tampa this year, is big haunted. I've heard that. It's haunted by the specter of indie wrestlers. Daniel said, card sharks, blackjack with oversized decks. I said, decks, you pervs. I love that show. There's a lot of green carpeting on it, too, which was very exciting for me. Daniel said, what if Mr. Rogers would have had a jacket like Dalton Castle had on the Feud? Then we would have called him... I was the Soupy Sales, I guess. Nelson, did everyone see Val is selling her pins? No, I didn't put the information in about the pins. Please. Andrea said, that is perfect for my sad, weird day. And it's not weird. It's normal because life is weird. So this is what is, unfortunately, what happens. Whatever it is. I have absolutely no idea what it is, Andrea. But I assure you, these are the things that unfortunately happen. And Neil said, this is beautiful. Thank you. Daniel said, why people got to bring up B. Arthur? What? No one. I see what you did, but no one is. The Disneyland Kid said, I love you, RJ City. Thank you, Disneyland Kid. I love you, Mr. City. You're a good kid, Disneyland Kid. Val said, nobody feel obligated, but if you want, you can message me on Twitter. If you want a Val pin, I assume of pancakes, you can DM her on Twitter. But don't feel obligated. Just do it. Brandon is mentioning now Steve Martin novels, Shop Girl, and The Pleasure of My Company. He's a fine writer. Nell said, I think everyone should be obligated to get a Val pin. We are a cult, after all. Oh, that's our cult obligated? Aren't you joined willingly? And Daniel said, it was a really good game show. Classic Concentration with Trebek. You know what my dear friend Nug showed me yesterday? The theme song to another Alex Trebek hosted game show called The Wizard of Odds. And the theme song was written and performed by Alan Thicke. And it's brutal. It's like, he's the Wizard of Odds. And you're like, but it's not him. Is it Alex? Is he playing the wizard? I don't quite understand. One of my favorite under the radar game shows forever, and this ties everything in with the feud, was a TV show version of You Don't Know Jack, starring Paul Rubens as the host, Troy Stevens. He played a character of a game show host called Troy Stevens. And it was basically like a trolling game show. Like nothing was normal on it. And it's amazing. It's like half sketch comedy, half game show. It's insane. It's on YouTube. They only did 6 episodes before it was replaced by the Wayne Brady show. So yeah, it didn't quite stick the landing for the executives, but nevertheless, it was too funny and too smart for everyone. So, Brett said, "How much would it cost to have that unmade great moments in wrestling script animated? I'd pitch in. Maybe RJ Gang can make it happen. It's animation is a decent amount of money. It's kind of expensive." Neil said, RJ, would you wear a Val pin? Val can ship to you in Canada. I'll order RJ. I mean, I don't wear pins. I don't really have the shirts or the jackets that beget pins, but I display them. You know what I mean? Put them on bags and books and things. Gotta say no to a pin. Daniel said, like growing pains, Alan Thicke? Yeah, the very same. There's the Wizard of Odds. The Disneyland Kid said, what 2 wrestlers who have passed would you have loved to have seen live against each other? Andre the Giant, Hervé Villachez, no question. Chris said, Wizard of Oz sounds like something that ran for 2 episodes. I think any show, even like a bad run, would be like 20 episodes. So I feel like they must have had an okay-ish run. Andrea said, any show where a contestant chunks the thing into a container, word, number, letter. What are you talking about? Daniel said, I got the video game version of You Don't Know Jack. Well, that's obviously the most popular. Maureen said the Alpha Academy and Daniel Bryan did the Three Amigos dance, and they should be ashamed because they sent Steve Martin, Lorne Michaels, and Randy Newman nothing. Nail said, that's what you think, Queen, but you are here and can never leave. It's culturing time. That's not a pun. Jade, host of a wonderful podcast, See You Next Tuesday. She makes me feel gross to even insinuate. Said, how do you stand this long? I sway. I have a strong, I have to back up, but I have a strong, like a wide base, and I have a counter to lean on, things of that nature. Daniel said, Martin Short was better in Three Amigos than the other two. Just my humble, useless take. Daniel, watch it again and you'll realize the best one was El Guapo. He was fantastic. Brandon said, I'm not sure how you're doing, though. If I can help with anything, let me know. Lord, I will. SM is reminding everyone to like the video, which is very sweet of her. Neil said, do you have your toe separators on? Doesn't that help? I don't have them on right now, but they do. They have helped my body and my mind incredibly. Queen said, RJ, how do you take your coffee? That's so funny you ask, Queen, because it's pressing time. So everyone, get your French presses out. Hold them up to the screen. Let me see them. Queen, let me see your French press. Wow, that looks amazing. And we're going to hold it with the left hand, and we're going to take our right hand. Everyone, let me see your right hand. Okay. And we're going to put it on top, and we're going to gently press down, nice and slow. Slow down, guys. Queen, slow down. Thank you. Look at that go, huh? Look at all that coffee being pressed, and we're going to press it all the way down till it stops. Okay, isn't that exciting? And now it's time for the pouring. 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 Can you say it? Good job. We'll take our cup. You don't want to pour it without a cup or else it goes everywhere. And you're going to pour it. You see, sometimes there'll be an opening here for it to go through. And you're going to pour the liquid into the cup. Okay? 1, 2, 3. There we go. Look at that, guys. And now don't fill it up more than the cup. You see, it's getting up to the tippy top. And then you stop and leave a little room. We're just going to leave a little room. And I normally have it black nails, but since I have the stevia, I want to use it. Give it a good whack here. And I'm going to sprinkle it on, okay? Sprinkle it on. Yay! Good stuff. And now we take a little. My, that's good coffee. What Queen said, okay, I'm slow, I'm pressing, I stopped. Oh, dear Lord. Love a good pour over. What's the mug this week is from the Twilight Zone. Eye of the Beholder. You people are so ugly. This is the 12th surgery, and after that, we're giving up. Yeah, she's hideous. Oh my God. She has to go live with people of her own kind. It's a fun episode. Yes, Rachel, it is a Twilight Zone mug, so well spotted. Jade said, this is a great life lesson for my toddler. I'm going to put out a series of instructional videos only for your children. If they need anything, getting dressed, making eggs, and any kind of thing like that. It's life lessons is very important. Queen said, no stirring? No, because I like when it clumps at the bottom. It's a fun little treat at the end. It's like a surprise, like a Cracker Jack box. Erin said, please clip this out so we can have these instructions handy. I don't want to mess it up. I think I will clip that. Jay said, thank you, Nils. He's going to be spelling pouring in no time. I like to help the children develop. I like to entertain them, but I want to help them learn. All right, let's talk to somebody in Spaces. Let me see who we have not. Let me see who we have not talked to that we should talk to. It's going to frighten everyone. Oh, we have a request. Rocket's poem. Let's do it. Here we go. This is Brandon from the chat. Hello?
Hi, it's me.
Hey, what's going on? Everyone say hello to Brandon. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, are you in Toronto, RJ? I'm just wondering because we're actually it's pretty nice weather, but there's thunderstorms later.
Oh, well, are you going for a run?
No, the point wasn't I'm going for a run. The point is, are you here to enjoy Toronto weather right now?
You know why? I don't think I'm ever in Toronto to enjoy Toronto weather. You know what I mean?
It's not bad weather.
Yeah, but I don't enjoy it the way people go to Florida or California to enjoy.
Okay, so we don't live in Clearwater.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You really listen. I've been to Clearwater. There's no other reason to go but to enjoy the weather.
Have you ever, excluding the theme parks, considered Florida and just thought Clearwater? That's some good shit.
I mean, at a certain point in my life, I thought this would be a good place to put in my back pocket. You know, if you have the money and you need to get away.
Yeah, I don't think at 30 we're supposed to have a plan for going to Clearwater because my grandfather, remember, had that Florida house.
Yes, and where was it?
I didn't. So my plan is already percolating of can I get that Clearwater back?
His house is in Clearwater?
No, he sold that place.
Remember, shit.
Didn't I tell you about that?
Yeah, and he cashed. Let's fill the kids in here. Brandon and I went to high school together. And we've been...
We didn't stop there, though.
Well, we didn't go to university together.
No, but I attended. I was your audience.
Yes, but that's how we know each other. That was the...
Well, but I like to make it clear that it went beyond that.
Yes.
I followed the dream, the RJ City dream for many years.
But I'm saying you got to start at the beginning. That was the reason for us meeting.
Yeah, you're a great photographic subject.
Thank you.
Top tier. I mean, I guess that's kind of unsaid in the fact that you're using photography every week or videography every week. But I mean, considering my projects, you make a stellar subject. Well,
thank you. But isn't beauty ultimately in the eye of the beholder, as per my Twilight Zone mug?
That's a lie.
You know, speaking about Twilight Zone and towns, there was an episode called Willoughby, and this guy would fall asleep on the train and dream that he was in this 1920s town called Willoughby, and he would tell everyone Willoughby is a place where man can live his life to its full measure.
Right. Are you trying to allude to where the high school was?
No, I'm saying maybe that's Clearwater for you.
Clearwater is nice, though, but I think the place where man can live his life to his full measure is this horrible northeastern suburb of Toronto where we ended up in high school, which isn't horrible at all. It's like this super wealthy suburb that we lived in.
Yeah, I guess it was. But also, the thing about Toronto is there's a general grayness to it.
The grayness of good money?
Yes. I don't think it was a dangerous gray, but it was a gray...
There are worse places, but it's the gray of a big city with a lot of people, a lot of ambition.
Yes.
There's a lot of ambition in Toronto.
Right. But not in a fun way, not in a colorful way, the way Vegas or New York.
Well, and did you come around to reading the screenplay I forwarded you?
Which one?
Just the first one, just the Christmas Express.
Yes, the Christmas Express, yes, and?
So I think that was my attempt to kind of, not squash, but paint around the grays of Toronto.
Right. There is a movie called Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal that is filmed explicitly in Toronto and is truly one of the only films that captures Toronto's authentic grayness. Because you know when you can tell it's Toronto, but they're saying it's fucking New York or Chicago or some shit?
All the time, yeah.
This movie is like, this is Toronto, and it is gray and bleak.
Oh, shit.
It's fantastic. Question.
Yeah.
Did you, let me fill in the kids. Our drama teacher is retiring this year, and people are sending in videos to thank him and say goodbye and shit. Did you send one?
No, which that would have to be Robert then.
Yes.
Nearing retirement, faster than Aaron was.
Yes.
So it was Robert?
Yes, you didn't send one?
I wasn't invited. I'm not integrated into as many Facebook circles.
I personally sent you this.
Shit. I didn't.
Well, look.
No,
okay, you didn't send it. It's fine.
The effort to send you this. Now I'll be able to.
Well, you can't send it now. The point is you're at least a part of that circle.
Rob was a fantastic teacher. And remember, those guys knew the classics really well.
Mm-hmm.
I followed up on learning the classics.
Yes, I think they steered us in the right way. Incidentally, if anyone in this chat or in the YouTube chat has questions about me in high school, Brandon would be here to answer them and to help out if filling in the blanks. I think people have a lot of questions. Go ahead.
Well, I can just kind of get the ball rolling. I think RJ has a great grasp of classic forms.
Yeah.
Like your knowledge of staging
mm-hmm.
is probably like 100% more profound than any of your colleagues working in wrestling when you began. Not saying that Dalton and some of the other guys that you've traveled with for these 12, 14 years haven't picked up on.
Right.
But you must have had a tremendous leg up when you were coming out with, especially Dalton. It seemed to be under your wing.
Right. I would say that particular high school laid the foundation. Good fundamentals. Wait, Queen has a question. Did you win anything in the yearbook? Best smile, most likely to press that thing.
I remember what happened.
Please, go ahead. I want to hear it from your perspective.
Yeah, so you took home class clown.
Yeah.
You were slightly confused what to do with the prize, because on the sense you understood on one scale at our school, class clown would have been in its own way prestigious, but you didn't like the effect that class clown had culture-wide.
Right.
And so you kind of put your nose up at it.
I did.
Which was great, because I think overall, yeah, our high school culture had a place for clowning.
Yes.
And good joke making and comedy in a really authentic way.
Yeah.
But nobody else. That's not widespread.
Right. In the larger sense, I took it as an insult, and it was given out during our prom, and
it was kind of tough.
Very tough. Not the best place for this shit.
For them to push the two things together like that.
Yes. And I went to the bathroom while they announced it, and I sent up our friend Ty to accept the award on my behalf as me.
I think Ty was more authentically connected to clowning.
Right.
In his style as a performer, where you were not in emphasis a clown. You were you're quite good at Regency and Reformation and classical roles.
Right.
Classical, like the Elizabethan style, heightened roles.
Courtney said, I just tuned in. Who are we speaking with? We're speaking with Brandon, my friend from high school, although continued to be my friend since then. And we're reminiscing. Mia has a question. Good luck answering this. Was RJ cute in high school like he is now?
RJ had a tremendous height advantage, and he did have the locks that went down to his shoulder.
Yeah.
But the problem is even to this day, RJ has a neurosis about his body.
Yeah.
Which is I assume hotly contested with the ladies.
Yeah. Unless that's part of the charm. When I
certainly in the high school days, to the point where you were contested,
yeah,
you were stressing. You were already incredibly neurotic about the whole thing.
Yeah, that neurosis was planted on me fully formed. But
he freaking entered that 9th grade classroom just about a foot taller than me and totally petrified. And I took my cue. I was like, listen, if this guy can't handle it, what the fuck do I think I know?
Well, so not only did I have the height, but I also had, at this time I was not shaving, I had the pubic mustache. So in that first...
The mustache never came in strong, buddy.
No,
you that thing like once a week and it would just barely show up.
And the first day...
I don't think I needed to shave until maybe 2 years in, but you could.
Yeah, I could.
You could make it all disappear.
I just needed to shave. I couldn't grow a beard, but I just needed to shave. The first day, though, in that class, no one talked to me because they thought I was a TA. They assumed I was older.
Oh, that was true. Even I think I was the one that took my hand up and just went, is that guy like a whole fucking year older than us or what? And Robert turns around and goes, no, this is your classmate. This one's a TA.
And that made me feel like almost like Robin Williams and Jack.
I was always putting my eyes forward and going, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yes.
Can we please get some clarification on what we should be?
Chris.
I was incredibly nervous. I went into the same theater program as you did. Oh, never mind.
Go ahead. Yes. Chris said, what was RJ's favorite high school snack? Do you have any remembrances of me eating a particular snack?
Oh, I remember no food because I only remember the time Daniel turned around to me and said, if you want to lose weight, just stop eating. I was eating tuna salad or something, and I didn't want to lose weight. I just wanted to pull it together. I was always working so hard to pull it together.
Right.
And so I remember nothing of what anybody ate in my nightmares or dreams about high school. It's just people are eating black holes and souped up Starlight because my brain has replaced it with something more basic.
Next question. How much have I changed? And did you expect me to go into the wrestling/entertainment business?
RJ was, we went heavy on him. When he came out of the gate in high school and started showing up at the shows, at that point, he had a good 12 of us tailing him, saying, go RJ, go RJ.
So, you mean, sorry, you mean after high school when I started wrestling?
Right.
Yes.
No, you were already going to the camps and preparing.
Yes, I was.
When you launched your career, there were a good 12 of us tailing you, and I don't know how that panned out, but I know that right before the pandemic, I saw you on Queen Street West and photographed you.
Which is the place to be.
I can't get to all the shows, but whenever you had a show on Queen Street West, I would, of course, bully my father and get some sort of transportation and end up there. You did
take some wonderful photos, which is hard to do because, as I mentioned earlier, wrestling shows are not the best lighting.
And then also, you have to have my heft because you're going to be dealing with the ringside.
Right.
So if you can't actually muscle your way past a few bodybuilders, are you going to be able to take photos at a wrestling show? It's sports photography.
I kicked someone's camera by accident once.
I had the Rebel there, and the reason I had never photographed you properly before is because that was my first. I hadn't had not a mirror action, but a DSLR beforehand.
Yes.
And I just recently acquired that DSLR. I think one thing that RJ's changed at is, and this is going to be critical, is with your ultra, you're on a treadmill right now, producing. You've put yourself on it, which is fabulous, and it's really charming. But if you sat down and read like a good 20 modern dramas the way I have in the last 5 years, you would take a different demeanor almost.
Right.
With your dramatic reading, I just noticed right now was not. You could progress there.
Right.
By reading a few modern dramas.
I don't know. It's a lot. Those books are a lot.
I'm saying because I've been working with the theater company in Markham.
Yes.
And so in the last 5 years, I've seen with my eyes and heard with my ears about, it must be 25 to 30 modern dramas.
Right.
And I'm saying you might want to sit down and do that at some point.
I read The Pirates of Penzance a couple times a year, and it really helps me.
You're beautifully comic, but I would like to see you take home some hardware at some point for something.
Well,
I don't know what the Arquettes have you stewed up in, but
hey,
somebody has to put you in a comedy at some point.
Well, I wouldn't say David Arquette has a garage full of trophies. Mia said. Mia wants to know who I went to prom with. Do you remember?
Shit. Well, there were some beautiful girls.
Oh, God.
I think you went. Well, no, because all I remember is turning to Stefan and going, listen, I think I must have addressed him as Gaylord at that point.
Yes.
We have to go get our prom tickets right now. And I ended up being dinner date.
Yeah.
But you had quite the happening table because you got your tickets more first round. You were in iShot, so you'll have to reveal the clue to me.
I did a lot of, like, there was no one particularly...
Wait. Let me make a shot in the dark.
Okay.
Was it the daughter of the man with 4 wives?
No.
Oh, shit, no?
No.
I thought you had succumbed to her at that point.
Which is also it would make a great title for a mystery novel.
The daughter of the man with 5 wives.
No.
You know just who I'm talking about.
Yes.
It wasn't her?
I ended up going with Melissa.
Oh.
Because we weren't dating or interested at all, but we just happened to be available, and I thought, well, this would be a good picture. We're both tall. We're both relatively clean.
You were both tall. She was she did excellent work on my project film.
Yeah.
Now she refused to be the actress in the project film, and I found distasteful the way a lot of these girls and boys who were in our program ultimately shied away from picture acting.
Yes.
Camera acting. Yeah,
the pictures.
It was my disappointment to find that out.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, it was particularly mine. Even you, when first put with the camera, had a slight, you were puzzled by the idea that you would put anything in the camera.
Right.
Because I remember your film, and it wasn't an insult, but it was a very clear message to the administration. I don't think you want to do this. Yes,
let me fill the kids in. We had a little segment of our final year, or maybe grade 11, where we made we made films. And I was on the look at what I'm doing now. I was on the red carpet when we did the premieres, interviewing people, and you produced it. And we turned it into a little 10-minute segment of clips of me interviewing and making fun of students and teachers.
I didn't produce it. No. I produced a remarkably good student film, but it was some of our other cronies that have produced the Red Market. Because if you recall, I arrived to that gala night splashed out on the bottle.
Yes, you did.
Instead, because nobody had invited me to do anything responsible, so I said, well, I've entered my very good film. I think I'll be drunk.
Which was really a linchpin in the story of our red carpet interviews.
Well, that was a fun project. But I'd like to point back more to a project that you'll also make light of because of circumstances, but you made a very convincing Hamlet.
Now, wait a minute.
Shit. People don't know shit about Hamlet.
No.
You made a convincing Hamlet.
But also, don't forget that was the show where I hit my head and split it open on the hand dryer in the bathroom.
I know that you went into that, a little daze.
Yeah. Which I think helped.
That was kayfabe. I didn't know that was kayfabe.
No.
I was 16. I was like, he's doing a bit.
No, I needed 5 stitches in my head, and Jeff just threw water on it and said, "You'll be fine."
Did you get them after the performance?
So we did a day show and a night show, and I hit my head right before the day show, so I'm bleeding through the entire day show. And then, the blood is dry, and you have to stay there until the night show. So I'm going to class, everything's fine. And finally, I think Beeman looked at my head hours later, like after school, and he's like, you know what? Like, you need stitches. Like, we should go to like a clinic or whatever. And in fact, I did. And Beeman told the nurse as a prank to tell me they would have to shave my head to do it. And she said to put these stitches in, we have to,
Wait, though. Back up.
Yeah.
You're telling me between Beeman, Aaron, Robert, and Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey was assigned to look at your head. Ross, I'm talking to RJ. Could you pause? Thank you. Goodbye. He was quick.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's confusing to me that Jeffrey would have been appointed.
Because Jeff was the one wearing his glasses at the time.
But Rob would have clearly been able to assess that was an injury if he had seen it.
Right. He's hit his head enough times to know.
Jeff, I don't know if Jeff had his own. He had his own brood.
Mm-hmm.
But he had been fairly. I think they were older by the time we came by his way. He didn't have that sympathetic fatherly instinct anymore.
No, especially to a bleeding child. Andrea said, RJ, you made a convincing Hamlet because you had a concussion? Pretty much. I remember getting very dizzy after the day show when I went backstage. And I also remember...
Do they have any more questions? Do they have any more questions before I...
Yes, we're going soon. Let me look. Oh, Nails wants to know, how is my fashion sense in high school?
RJ was wearing light sports clothes. It was very well put together. I think the key thing in high school, though, and people are forgetting, it's just enough to get there clean and tidy and not smelling like a rat.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely agreed.
Always capable. RJ and me maintained a friendship on the very basis that you would arrive clean and healthy. I didn't always carry up my end of the deal because I would ride my bicycle to and from school.
Right.
No, but I wore clean clothes at least. I remember being complicated. The girls were very picky.
Yes.
Because we were in an integrated arts program, the girls would get up on their high horse and pick us apart.
Yes.
And so,
integrated means, sorry, I just want to clarify because it sounds like we're just like the first post-segregation school. Integrated means there was people who were taking a drama and music and dance and art, and then they all intermingled. Yeah.
You could learn. You couldn't take classes straight up in the other grade, because of course music and dance dance was its own field, and they had a very finicky administration over the dance department. I know. Because the point is that our department was constantly asking the dance department to get involved in our department, and the dance department would just rebuff. And we had marvelous friendships with the young women mostly, but a few young men.
Well, in the dance
department.
Yeah.
In the dance department. But I remember making good inroads with the music students too.
Yeah.
And that paid off for me later when I made my album. Because I paid close attention to every discipline. But everyone, RJ came out into grade 9 very much the person that you see him today, and I could only ask him to sharpen like one skill that's actually gone that he's actually let stagnate, which is his dramatic reading skill.
Yeah.
Well, he's just excelled in marketing strategy, self-presentation, the ability to use television as a leverage. His own, his image didn't fall apart.
Right.
Which is trickier, which wouldn't be such a comment like 4 years ago.
Right.
But you must be 33 in tandem with me now.
Yes.
That's some bravo there the environments that we're talking about, not so much YouTube, but Twitter.
Yeah.
Have pitfalls.
Yes, certainly.
And now I'm gonna guess that your friends up high have had some words with you on any pitfalls.
Yes, and I've also seen enough of them fall into those pitfalls for me to, try to avoid them just by doing the opposite.
Yeah, you're always very cognizant of things like past Hollywood lore.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It's weird to say the lore.
Yeah.
Because you'll see a guy like me, I know a lot about the neuropsychology of how people watch films. That's my specialty. I know that, for instance, when you watch a film, the part of your brain that processes that main character is roughly approximate to how you would concern yourself with a family member.
Right.
That's just how your brain streamlines watching a movie.
Right.
Where you have a lot of knowledge of the human cost of the big show.
Yeah. Yes. And I do think that's the inherent, perhaps one of the only benefits of neurosis, is the hyper awareness. Hello? Did you fall? Are you crying?
Yeah, no, I didn't fall. Oh, sorry. Are you talking to me?
Yes. Who else am I talking to? You're the only person I've been talking to you for the past. All right. Okay. What?
No, I got a phone call. I had to dismiss it.
Oh, God.
I didn't plan on being this.
I know. That's the fun. Well, look, we're here. We're done now. The show is over now, so you can get back to your call. But it was lovely talking to you in this forum.
It's a joy to talk to you, but apparently I'm getting a phone call after a phone call now because I didn't cancel.
Go take your phone call. It was a pleasure. I will talk to you soon.
Well, is the wrestling circuit starting up again?
No, the business has been ravaged. Goodbye.
No, but when am I going to get a good photograph?
I don't know. You'll see me on the street. We'll get a coffee and you'll take a picture of me drinking a coffee or something.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Your little documentary was a great portrait of Toronto.
Thank you. Because the director, George Barbosa, mainly shot in gray tone.
Yeah, no, that was obviously the right color choice.
Good callback. All right, go. Enjoy your phone call. Goodbye. That was Brandon, my dear friend from high school, and a hearty conversation about the man I was and the man I continue to be. Mad Kurt said, I refuse to believe that 33 is a real age. It's more like a cool number to play basketball in. Neil said, RJ, blink twice if you need help. I've blinked too many times. Eddie Murphy is here? Dear Lord. So that was Brandon. And that's who I was in high school. And also, that's the show. Thank you to everybody listening and watching and listening. Neil said, meet him at that store your mom likes. Eddie said, what's with the social network mood lighting, Eisenberg? This Eddie Murphy guy comes in at the end and tries to roast. I've already been roasted. Where are you going? Kingdom said, see, everyone, RJ is 33, not 67, like we all assumed by his pop culture references. That he really blew my cover. All right. Thank you, SM, for the scratch and sniff underwear. Let's get a final scratch of the scratch patch here. Oh, strawberry. I'm going strawberry picking. Let's get a final twirl. And until the next time, Godspeed and God